Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes, and now it's his time to do it with Miami. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. A look now at the Miami offense.
I remember when Laramie Tunsil was coming out of Mississippi and I was evaluating him for the draft in 2016. Ended up writing down a description that I tended to like, and I'm going to use it here now. He's got feet like a receiver. He's got a body like an offensive lineman and hands like a boxer. Put it all together, you got a heck of an offensive lineman.
Let's go. Slam.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And right away, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And here come the Bills. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
From the 31, Fitzpatrick. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. White now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Come on, switch it. Check 37. Check 37.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm trying to collect.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Allen, he's got it complete to Perkins. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Allen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. But they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Now Allen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Caught by Jones. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing now is Allen. And able to find John Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Allen again. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Stephen Hauschko for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And it's player spotlight time. And we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Fitzpatrick. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That's something we didn't see much of from Allen the last couple of years in New England. Heck, last season, 13 games, only 4 targets. But Miami going to try to get him more involved. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. He's got Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run here with Balazs. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that'll set him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run with Walton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Alert 3. You go tape. You got tape.
Allen off the play fake. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
55. Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. 5 wide. Hey.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run it with McCoy. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to come.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Fitzpatrick with a completion there, and of course he's a journeyman, but the people in Buffalo know him because one of his stops on his journey was here as a starter for the Bills from 2009 to 2012. Buffalo was 20-33 in those starts before he would ship off to Tennessee in 2013. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Allen now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to throw again. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Just like that. Mike 55. Hey, Echo.
On first down, Allen. Jones has it. And down inside the 15 he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up in the Queen City at Paul Brown Stadium.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Allen. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. That's going to be caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. Again, they'll throw with Allen, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From a yard out, as his guys are able to regain the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Alert, alert, alert! He's checking quick.
Allen to throw once more, and that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Balaj. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and short yardage. Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Walton. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this is caught by Allen for a Dolphins touchdown. Dwayne Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
We play to win. Let's go.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? You go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Alert, alert,
Throwing is Allen on third. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Again, it's Balaj. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Fielded just inside the 20.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 39, Allen. He finds McCoy. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
That's going to be a long day. Bang, 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 bang.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Switch. Check 52.
They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. They did turn 31 back in July. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Hey, watch it.
Allen hands off to McCoy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Caught by Jones. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Allen to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Fitzpatrick to throw. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bills, They remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on